Look, eh? Oh, look at that, eh? What do you reckon? What do you reckon, boys?
Awesome.
All right, well, dig in, take what you like. I reckon you should go 0, Mark.
Turkey.
We're doing
I thought I'd start the clap off.
Okay.
Well,
Welcome back.
I got the wild turkey. What do you boys got?
Young Henry's.
Young Henry.
Oh, Young Henry's.
Yeah,
And I've got a
Henry's.
Sydney brew.
Yes, that's all the way from Hunter Valley. I actually bought that today, drove all the way there and quickly got back to Sydney and set all this shit up. But we're good
Well,
to
I
go.
look forward to tasting it.
No worries.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Listen to that sound.
Let's get this overcast.
That's that AMR or something, AMSR.
AMSR.
Nice.
AMSR. What do you call it?
Anyway,
The sound of cans popping.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's all right. Not bad, is it? Well, you know what? I'd rather be sitting in this warm room because the viewers out there, it's fucking hot in here. Mark's working up a sweat. It is absolutely pissing down with rain. I meant to be Tim Bailey again, but we got
it's wet out there.
trips. What do you call it? Trips, trops.
It's great weather
Drip
for
drops
ducks,
and-
mate.
Whatever across rooftops, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drip drops across rooftops.
yeah. That's the way it goes.
Sorry about this chair.
Yeah,
Last time we had your high chair. This time we got your
Yeah, I know,
squeaky
I've
chair.
grown up.
Well, you still haven't squeaked it? You haven't done the
Yeah.
WD-40 on it?
Nah. There's so much going on today.
Oh.
But yeah, well, anyway, welcome, guys. Welcome to Two Dads and a Mic. We have Mark, we've got Justin back on the podcast.
Yep.
And we thought today we'd have a bit of a threesome podcast. What do you reckon?
Yeah. It's a good feel about it, isn't it?
Yeah, something different, nice and cozy.
Yeah, some bit of fresh meat in the middle, you know.
That's
great.
it.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah.
All right. How's everyone been? Anyway.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yourself?
We're off to a great start on the podcast.
How you been, mate? Great.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, real great.
Great.
What you got to do to the viewers, you got to fake it. Fuck yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Great.
It was unbelievable.
Great guns are amazing.
It's been a while since we jumped on.
Yeah.
6 weeks, maybe?
Yeah, we did make a podcast, but
Yes.
due to some-
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
and never got.
the video editor,
Yeah.
audio
we
guy
we
just fucked up. Yeah,
We
big
had
time.
It was that big storm.
That's
and
right. Killed the power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
in the middle of it, and you couldn't save it. So.
Yeah, that was when the tree fell on the house. And
Yeah,
Like
there's
stuff.
a lot been happening. So.
awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I've been good. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome, buddy.
I've been good. You know, same shit, just working,
Grinding away.
and that's all I seem to be doing. But hey,
Ripping it out.
and every now and then we get to do the podcast where I get to have a little bit of fun.
That's it. We're here.
Which is
We're on.
What it's all about.
Sure is.
So, who would like to open up tonight's podcast?
Well, from what I've heard, we're basing the podcast on, I guess, in-laws and extended family after breakups and separations and whatnot. Yeah.
Interesting
That's a
topic.
good topic.
I like that.
That's what we should be basing it on. So, yeah. And we'll have a turn of our own situations and
Yeah, I guess it's
picking the pieces.
it's one of those things that you don't really hear much of after a split up, whether it's a long marriage or you've been with your partner for 10 years and you meet their parents, vice versa, and I guess
the
they
extended family, bro. The
Yeah.
barbecues, the
Birthdays. Funerals. You go to the funeral. I
funerals,
don't know.
the weddings, the fucking turning of age, but all that. You could be doing the Christmas thing, the Easter thing. You could be doing the bar mitzvah. You could be doing the whatever else, the Eid.
yeah
You could be doing all those things as a big extended family.
yeah.
So what happens? The question is, what happens when you and your partner are over? What happens there? Because no one really talks about it.
That's right, because I don't mean to cut you off. It's always about yourself and your partner at the time, and everyone finds out years of splitting up, and then no one really discuss what.
Because it becomes an awkward thing, right? Because certain people, even your friends, know you as Mark and so
Yeah.
on. Justin and so on, me and someone, right? And then all of a sudden, there is no that anymore. So it's just become Ma, Justin, Ma, as an individual. So I'd
Just
like
cut
to
off.
know how people have navigated this, because it pretty much happens. Like in my thing, it pretty much happened. I just basically fell off the end of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the same with you. I had no real contact with one of the sister-in-laws. Yeah, because she'd help me out with the kids. But brother-in-laws disappeared. Their side, the cousins don't speak to. The in-laws, yeah, they'll invite me around for coffee. They always ask about me, and sometimes every now and then they'll send food with my kids, because my kids still see them once a week. They'll go there for dinner to see their grandparents. They'll probably send food back with them to say, and they always ask. But I mean, apart from that, all my nieces and nephews, extended cousins, and whatever else, all on that side, dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
It's like I never existed.
Yeah, because I
Or
guess
if I did, I'm just a distant memory.
I guess for yourself, Mark, it would have been hard as well too. Like on both aspects, you split up with your missus, and then your ex-in-laws were a big part of your family. They were your dad and mum, so to speak, and they were
100%.
always there for you guys. And then all of a sudden, you guys have ended, and then you don't see them anymore, and it's kind of like you've known them for. What, 20, whatever it was, whether it's 15 years, whether it's 20 years,
Yeah.
it's a part of your life that you see.
The dynamics, it changes,
Yeah.
Not that they pick a side. I mean,
No,
it is
but-
what it is when it comes to your side pick a side or their side pick a side. It's just how the dynamic works with, individuals and, friends, and what happens there. How does that
Yeah, well,
pan
that's
out and
that's
work,
what I'm saying. Like, you kind of, your life takes a different path, right? So therefore, those people are no longer on that path. This is how I see it. So my life changed when my path went this way, right? And those people stayed over there. What I was trying to say is that my life changes where those people don't become part of my life anymore. So therefore, I'm not drawn to them, or I'm not forced to go there anymore. So to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's where the separation happens, where we come to a fork in the road. We go this way and that way. And then if they say, come visit me, let's just say, it's not part of my life anymore.
Yeah.
I've got a different path now. So it's kind of...
Yeah, because it's not if you're just dropping your kids off and you're waving from the car and saying hello, but I guess when you're being kind of not so much forced to go in, and you might stay for 5 minutes, but it's like, what can you talk about? What else can be said?
right.
Because there's no other sort of memories there that are built, with you and your ex.
There's so much there, but it's kind of all swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Not wanting to go forward because there almost is no forward. I mean, it's all circumstantial, of course. Everyone's circumstance is different with
of course.
ex-in-laws or ex-friends or cousins or whatever it might be. So, there's no right or wrong. It's just
but
certain situations.
what we're trying to say is that it's funny that it's not talked about.
No.
Like, say, for example, on your ex-wife's side, there was a cousin that you two were inseparable. Say you went fishing every weekend or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
What happens when that relationship breaks down? Does that cousin still go fishing with you every weekend?
Yeah.
Like you used to?
What's the blueprint for that?
Like,
What's
I'd like
right?
to know
Yeah.
people that...
Yeah, kind of how do they do it? Because there's a camaraderie side where there's just two good mates that were, I could say, like ex-brother-in-laws just hanging out, going fishing, and then it's like, you wouldn't really sort of talk about, your ex-partner and that with them, but it's
the
kind of
fishing is the glue that keeps them together, right?
Yeah.
But in this situation, would that break?
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Is that enough?
Is that enough
Yeah.
anymore?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do those two guys still go fishing together regardless of whatever bonding that they had before?
I think it's purely circumstantial. I know in my situation, I'm still close to a few individuals, and we speak on a weekly basis, and we hang out together, and we just have that kind of respect for each other. We met through, through an ex-partner and things like that, but we always formed a bond, and it comes down to the respect that you have for that person. Like I said, there's no rule right or wrong. You should,
Yeah.
you shouldn't.
No.
It's not if you ever find it kind of
No, I
like
don't
weird
find
or
it
you
weird at
feel
all.
uncomfortable.
He's a great guy. I enjoy hanging out with him, and it's the same for him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good positive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's-
Because I thought about it the other day. It was just like, what happens? Like even I spoke to a mate the other day. He was just like, everyone that I thought was my family from her side,
Yeah.
have all turned their backs on me. Or a person I thought would pick up the phone and call me and say, "Hey, bro, you okay?" He goes, "I'm still waiting for that phone call." And we're talking about 6 months later. We're not talking about 6 days.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say there's a good...
that made me think, because I know on my side, I no longer talk to any of those people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not being rude or anything, and if I see them, of course I'm going to say hello and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But they're not part of my life anymore.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad because I guess his answer to that is there's a good chance he ain't going to hear from them. You know what I mean?
And he's accepted that.
And
fact.
you got to kind of accept it. And I guess it was the same, I'll speak on my own behalf. It was the same for me. Like, I didn't hear from anyone after, me and my ex split up, like any ex-brother-in-laws or anything like that. And I guess, that's fine. It was just the way it was meant to be. And, it's no skin off my back.
But were you close with those?
Yeah, pretty close. Like most weekends, you'd kind of,
You'd
most
catch up.
Sundays, everyone would go over to the ex-in-laws. You have your barbecue. It was a good time. Everyone was hanging out, having some wine, and everyone's talking.
Yeah.
There's that mutual respect between, everyone. And I guess when that's kind of cut, I guess for me, in the early stages of the split, like it is kind of weird because those people that you used to seeing most weekends
That's
are
what I'm
now
saying.
gone. Are now gone
You've got
from
to
your
treat them
life.
like strangers. I mean, I have
Yeah.
a different perception of that. Like I said, I speak to several, members and friends and things like that, and I don't have a problem with it, and they don't have a problem with it. And anyone does have a problem with it, well, that's their problem.
Yeah.
I still have a very good relationship with my ex-in-laws and my sister-in-law and my niece and my godfather, and I'm not going to renege on my responsibility to her
Yeah.
just because somebody else reneged on their responsibility.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
that's
don't
it.
give a
Like what
shit.
you said, man.
Yeah.
Each to their own, and it's the same for me. Look, I got, for my ex-in-laws, I got a lot of respect for them. If I seen them, or spoke to them over the phone, it's hello or whatever it may be. If the kids are
there's
speaking
always
to their
that mutual respect.
grandparents,
Yeah,
and
of course.
at the end of the day, I've got my own life, and like they've got their own life, and all you can do is wish them nothing but the
Yeah,
best.
that's right.
And
They've done
it's
nothing
as
wrong
simple
to
as
you,
that.
and
it's
great
just
people and
circumstantial
can make things a little bit odd.
Yeah, I guess. With that, for the three of us, it's very in those circumstances of speaking to your ex-in-laws, it's all pretty amicable.
Yeah,
But I guess there's other people out there that
No,
can't stand
not
their
at all.
their
no.
ex-brother-in-laws and
No,
sister-in-laws.
yeah,
It'd be fucking ugly.
It's always it's always saying the annoying mother-in-law or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's circumstances are different.
Yeah.
I still speak to my ex-mother-in-law, father-in-law, whatever you want to call it, often, and they
Yeah.
do wonderful things. They're still the grandparents to my children, and
Yeah.
I've known these people for over 20 years, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to cut them out of my life because of somebody else. So yeah, I've got no qualms.
Yeah, no, it's
Keep in contact with them and seeing what they're up to, and wishing them all the best, and being there for them whatever they need.
Yeah.
I'm there.
No, it's definitely an interesting topic podcast. And again, like what we always say, leave us a comment. Let us know, for the viewers out there on how you handled,
Your situation. Everyone's
Yeah.
a little bit different.
It's just
so,
curious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let us know.
no, good.
So it's a topic that not many people talk about.
No, it's all about the husband and wife break up or whatever it
Yeah.
is, and they're not supposed to talk to each other. You don't talk to her in-laws or the in-laws,
Yeah,
the cousins.
yeah.
That's it.
That's what
That's
I
what
mean.
it's
Like
going to be.
people get a bit funny.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I
do.
mean?
They do. Oh, you
Yeah.
still speak to them? Like, what's that? That's weird. It's not weird at all.
Or they go, fuck,
Yeah.
you still
Yeah, so give us your feedback. Let us know what other situations that we haven't covered. We can only go by our situation. So let us know what other situations.
Like
are out
I
there,
have
dynamics and
heard,
things.
from other people that have split that, that they're not allowed to speak to their ex-in-laws. Like they've been told from their ex-husband,
Yeah.
I don't want you
contact.
speaking to my dad and mum.
Yeah,
I don't, I don't even just that real dry cut off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
that control. They want to have control.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And at the end of the day, what is that going to accomplish? It's, if anything, it's unfair if
It's not going to achieve anything.
those people or any people out there have kids.
Yeah,
It's sort
the
of
situation's hard enough as it is, let alone you not speaking to say, for instance, the mother of your children, but also they've got grandparents and
That's
all the
right.
rest of it. So like,
So you don't want them to miss out as well.
Yeah, exactly. Why should they? They're
Why should they
innocent,
be punished?
innocent
No.
parties caught up in the whole situation. So, yeah, the more I guess amicable you can be about it, the better.
The
And
better.
if they've done nothing wrong to you personally, then I can't see why you can't be respectful and have some kind of relationship with them. I mean, like I said, they are the grandparents of your children. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess keep it
Keep it normal, yeah.
keep it normal,
Wanna
keep
try
it
and keep
sweet.
as many things as normal as possible for their sake too.
Oh, of course.
And not only just for their sake, just because you respect the people and you enjoy their company and their conversations, and you've shared so much over many years. There's no need to cut them off. I don't think personally, but like I said, everyone's situation is different, and let us know what your situation is.
Yeah, no,
So,
for
So
sure.
there's been a couple other questions, right?
Mm.
Do you ever feel that the situation that we got ourselves in has damaged our kids? Because I thought about that the other day. Like, I don't know if it was a kind of a guilt thing or not, but do you think, obviously it wasn't our choice, but the position that we're put in, do you think the kids are resilient enough these days to just accept the fact that mum and dad aren't going to be together, and they just accept it and move on in their own weird ways?
I think we'll never know really, because you don't know what it would have been like had you guys not split. So you can only go on what you know. But I think in some ways, yeah. I mean, if I put my situation, with my parents who were still together, which is a lovely thing. But if that would have happened to me when I was 15, 16, 17, how that would have affected me, I think it would have affected me massively. But like you said today, kids are a bit more resilient for whatever reason. Depends on the way
But
they're
that's the
built.
thing. Do you think they are resilient? Because I don't think they're built like we're built.
I don't think so
We were
either.
built.
No, I don't know. But then they're also exposed to a lot more than what we
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, I
So-
believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
true.
just
I
hard
know.
to really get a gauge on it.
I believe that there is a little bit of trauma there.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether they're a little bit on the resentment side, whether it's to one parent or not.
Well, they just don't know what to do.
They're
I mean,
a
I
bit
love my mum and
confused.
my dad, but whose side
Yeah.
do I take? Do I have to take a side?
Yeah.
Even? I mean, they shouldn't take a side. And once again, this is all circumstantial. Was it its decision between the mother and father to part ways? Was it, suddenly happened, or
Yeah,
it depends on the situation.
there's
really,
a lot of variables in there.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
variables,
times he says
100%.
that.
Yeah.
No, but
says
I do
Harry
believe
Potter
that.
says it.
Variables.
I do believe that there's a little bit of trauma for the kids.
It can't not be,
Like
One
you
minute-
said, resentment towards
Yeah,
one parent.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. 1 minute your mum and dad are kissing you goodnight and
If
go into
it's,
bed, and
if
then
it's
the next,
kind of
it's not happening.
for anyone out there, whether it's advice, but from my experience, I think the best thing to do for your children is just to be there for them, and just give them as much courage, as possible.
and
Like,
support, and support.
just keep
You're
telling them
always
that-
there for them.
Put a roof over
regardless.
their head, make
Yeah.
sure they're fed.
Yeah.
give them-
because they have their good days, they have their bad days like anyone else out there, the kids. And, you might go pop in to see your daughter in the room and she's like, just get out, or they might be having one of those moments, which
Yeah.
is quite frequently. But, the best way to do it is, I guess, shrug it off and, shut the door and just let them be. And when they're good and ready, they'll come around to see you. And, nine times out of 10, you'll get a sorry dad or whatever it
eventually
may
come
be.
around, or,
But
they'll
as
say their
in,
own way.
yeah, that's I do believe it does affect them in that way, because they've known something for so long,
Yeah.
mum and dad,
or for a short period of time where they've understood things, and then all of a sudden that's gone.
Yeah, and it could be like little snippets, little memories there as well too, when they do go to their grandparents, and they sort of remember the times that they might have been there with their dad and mum,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
circumstances
Yeah.
have changed
What
now.
goes
That
goes through their
it
mind
could
as
be,
well.
Because it's not as if they, say, "Hey, Dad."
Yeah, they don't
blah,
open
blah,
up, so
blah,
we're
blah.
just
They don't open up.
assuming we know what's going on in their mind, but it's really sort of an educated guess, really,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they don't open up and they don't talk. As,
They don't
as
say,
many
"Hey,"
times as you give them that platform to open up to you and speak to you about what's going on in their head, they just don't, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
All you can do is just try and be there for them and know that you care, and The rest is
Yeah, I
up to
think
them.
it just becomes one of those things, not so much about the kids, but about, your ex-in-laws, like, you're a big part of their life, but then it sort of starts to vanish over time, where
Yeah, the dynamics change.
it's kind of like not so much you don't
Yeah.
exist anymore, but it's kind of it's,
Yeah,
it's
but-
how it's supposed to be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Which is fine.
It's
Like,
not,
I'm
yeah.
not saying I need that in my life.
Yeah.
Basically, what I was just saying that it's something that disappears, that vanishes, and no one really talks about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't speak to guys that go, you know, yeah, man, I've been divorced for fucking X amount of years. And then I go, oh, do you still see their side of the family? Like, it's not
Yeah.
a thing that comes up.
It doesn't get mentioned, does it?
It doesn't
Nah.
get mentioned. It's
Yeah.
always about what are you doing now, how you been, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Have you
need
met
it.
someone?
Have you met someone?
Where you moved
What
into?
are they like?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
nasho is she?
You on Tinder yet? Like,
Yeah, you
it's
on
always
Tinder?
those-
What are you on
those
Bumble?
usual-
Yeah,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
all
everyone
that.
always. It's funny, Everyone always asks that.
Yeah, you refer
That same
straight-
question.
straight
The
to
first
that.
thing is,
Yeah.
you on Tinder? Oh,
Yeah.
how'd you meet
You
there,
really-
Harmony?
Yeah, you're dating. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, how did you
yeah.
guys meet?
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. So that question, that's too deep
Yeah.
for that. You know, whether they've been separated 6 months or 6 years.
Yeah.
It's just too deep. But it's just something I thought about. It's just like, fuck, it's like you vanish. It's like
Yeah.
you take this, like I said, a fork in the road, you take that path, they take that path, and those paths never meet again, so to
Yeah.
speak. But there's always like these little things because the grandkids have got to see the grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they choose to see the
So
grandparents.
that,
They don't have
that
to.
connection's there.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm
it's
sure it's
inevitable. Yeah.
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
hard for them too, because remember, I'm sure in your ex-in-laws and yours as well, there was a wedding picture up on their wall
Of
with the
course
both
there
of
was.
yous on there. Then they've had that.
Yeah.
Oh, look
I
how
used to
pretty
hate
this
that
is.
haircut.
They just
Me
can't,
too,
they
bro.
can't bring
Fuck
themselves to
that.
take that down.
Yeah, it's like they
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
They can't bring themselves to
Every
take
time
it
I
down.
look at it, I
It's
go, that
It's a
fucking
respect factor
hairstyle.
too. Like,
It is, but it gets
as
to
weird
the
as it
point
might
where
be,
I remember going to
Yeah.
my mum's. I was like, "When are you
It's
going to
gotta
take
come
that
down.
picture down?"
It's gotta
You know,
come
like
down.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's still up there.
no, it's gone now. But I'm saying it's got to come down.
Yeah, I ripped it down off the
Yeah, yeah.
wall.
I used it as a
burnt it.
fucking dartboard.
Stop.
We had a seance.
Nah, all jokes aside, it's got to come down. It just gets to the point, well, why is it up on the wall for? I want it down. But you know what older folks are like?
It's hard.
They have that emotional, whether it's emotional
Because
attachment or
they didn't do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
All
Yeah.
our parents were all still together, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it was a sacred thing, marriage.
yeah,
Yeah.
You get married once, that was it.
That's it.
There is no divorce.
Good
It's
times, bad
shame on the
times.
family, it's shame
Thick
on the
and thin.
name, it's shame on
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they went through thick and thin.
Mm.
That's why they put out, because they were proud moments. Your kids are getting married.
Yeah.
It's the same when our kids will get married.
Yeah, you'd love to have that on, hanging
I don't know if
your
I'll put a picture of their wedding up on the
Yeah.
wall, but
yeah, some resemblance
I'm
of the
different.
or
Maybe
whatever.
old school, yeah, you probably put a picture up there and say,
Might have a picture of us.
yeah, the three of us. Do that.
Step brothers.
When,
Yeah.
when we crack 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, yeah, get on there.
I'll post it. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah.
people.
We've asked for it.
1 million subscribers. We're close.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
getting there.
We're close. We're
Yeah.
getting
getting
there.
there.
But an interesting topic, like I said, no one ever talks about it. So it's good that we brought it up to see how, the viewers out there, what your circumstances are, and how that's all worked for you. What's right, what's wrong. Yeah.
Here's another question for you. So I'm always thinking over here.
The brains behind it all.
Yeah. 1 million subscribers.
That's all right. Yeah.
What are you gonna say? What he's gonna ask? What are we having for dinner? The
Young
dirty
Henrys.
bird.
Young Henrys.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you didn't do that.
shortly.
Well, didn't you get another one for you?
Yeah, that's mine. I brought two up. That's
Oh,
mine.
you asshole. Well,
Oh, I drink it anyway.
yeah, I'll bring it.
We'll share it.
Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Have you bumped into anyone with your new partner?
Yeah, actually, I bumped into your ex-wife ages ago when we first met.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, at the shops. Yeah, we bumped into each other.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
And how was that? Was it pleasant?
It was fine. It was actually a one of those moments, those good moments where you feel good about yourselves and hi, this is my partner,
Yeah.
X, Y, Z, and
Mm.
it was actually quite nice. It was pleasant. It was
Oh,
good.
good.
So at those stages, it was kind of, this is going back a few years ago now, but it was like one of those good feel moments, like, where you're coming out from the other side as well too, and, you're proud and this is my girl, and
Have you introduced her to obviously your friends that have known you before with the other partner,
So
like myself and Juzzy, but you know,
more
other friends.
work colleagues have met my partner. That was actually a nice
that have
feeling as
known
well.
you being with your ex,
Yep.
and now with your new partner.
Yeah, yeah, work colleagues. That was. Geez, hopefully the roof
Storm
doesn't fall
going on
down.
at the moment.
Bit of a storm going on,
Yeah.
guys. That was last year for my 50th when the boys from work took me out, and then the lovely lady came back to pick me up, and all the boys came out to walk me out, and I said, "Oh, come out and meet the girl," and they came out, and it was a good feeling.
Oh, good.
It was a very nice
What
feeling.
about you, Juzz? Anyone, or-
I remember seeing, your ex.
Fuck, my ex gets around, doesn't she?
Yeah, for the
Oh.
one of the first times, and it was a little bit strange. It was a bit sort of, oh hi, obviously you want to be respectful, or whatever. But yeah, like it's always weird. 1 minute, you guys are together. That's how I've sort of known you guys for so long, and all of a sudden that you're not together, and it's like, oh hi, and all the rest of it. Can't say the same for you for circumstantial reasons, but yeah. But
And what about you, Mark? How was it for you?
Mm.
Obviously, your partner met some of your friends
she's
and
met, she's
Yeah,
met pretty much everyone.
everyone, eh?
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
It was
Easy.
casual and easy.
Yeah.
Though. It's just there's no.
Nothing.
Everyone wasn't uncomfortable. Or anything like that.
everyone was happy to meet her, and
It's
Yeah.
always a bonus when that happens.
Yeah.
It's always like that. Sometimes it can be
Because,
very.
I guess there's people out there, you kind of know where you are in that relationship, not so much where you're hiding your partner, but some people can get a bit like that. Oh, such and such is over there. I don't want them to see you. That's kind of, it's a kind of shit thing. It's unfair. It's unfair on.
It's like a shopping centre thing where you go, oh fuck, there's
Yeah.
I used to go to school with them.
Don't look that way.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go
yeah.
into this shop. What I mean?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't like that. It was all good. I've got cool friends.
Yeah.
Like yourselves.
Yeah.
And if you know me, you know that fucking,
Don't give a shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
it's been-
And I guess it's one of those things as well too. Like when you do bump into someone you haven't seen so long, it's not that it's not so bad, but it's I guess it's the people that are your closest friends and your family that you can't wait for for you to introduce them to your partner and your friends. It's more of an exciting feeling because I've known you guys all my life, and it's like I can't wait to show you my beautiful girl, and I'm sure it's the same for my partner. She couldn't wait to introduce me to her kids and vice versa. That was a big thing as well too. Your spouse meeting your kids, and that's a scary moment as well too.
Oh, so you just don't want to introduce them to every Tom, Dick and Harry that walks in.
You got to be a little bit selective. So protect them as much as you can.
Yeah.
You don't want to meet somebody and then 6 months later, like they're gone and there's somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all circumstantial once again. I try and be a little bit more personal and keep things to myself a little bit more, just to protect them from, the confusion of any situation. Because I don't know, like after everything, nothing's ever guaranteed. So you just don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's there's whether it's a number thing, how whether we're going off into topics here, but how long do you wait? Is it 3 months into your relationship before your partner meets your kids? I've heard of people that it's been longer than that, and some people say, oh, that raises red flags. We've been dating for 8 months and I still haven't met his kids, or vice versa. And I can kind of see how some males or females might get a little bit ticked off because they haven't met.
There's both sides to that too. Like like once again, it's circumstantial, and you just don't know, how private that person wants to be. It's not that they're not proud of you, or they don't really care too much for you. It's just they're just worried that your children's mind has been messed with enough, according to you, and you don't want to sort of run the risk of that happening again. And they want to see you happy, and then they see you happy with somebody, and then all of a sudden you're not with that person, and their heart goes out to you as well. It's like, oh, Dad's alone again, you just try and protect them, I guess.
Yeah. And maybe, I guess, like I was saying before, you just got to, be there for them as much as possible and show them love as we all do. Because it's going to, it could happen, It could happen to anyone where, anything can go south at any time. And I guess it's just a matter of being honest with them, and
Yeah.
this is what's happened, and everything else.
And teach them that that's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ups and downs.
Never
Yeah.
smooth sailing. There's always something.
Nah.
Yeah.
Just when you think it's, oh, how good's this?
Yeah.
Next minute.
Yeah.
yeah.
Slap them down.
Yeah. We are back to square one again. That's good.
Yeah, awesome.
Good little chat, and I'm glad we covered something that, like we said, hasn't
Yeah, you
really,
don't
not
need to
really
talk about.
spoken about. So yeah, let us know your situation and what you've done and what you feel is right or wrong.
Yeah,
Be
that's
interesting to
right.
hear.
Let us know. Your ex-in-laws could be knocking on the door right now, coming over for a barbecue and a slab of
lasagna for
yeah.
you.
You just
Yeah.
don't know, and if that's the case, hey, it's fair enough. No one's judging here,
No.
so
No,
go
it's just
for
a
it.
question.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
a question that no one talks about.
Beautiful,
Topic.
Nice.
nice podcast, guys.
All right, we're going to get another beer or what?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
let's
a
do
wrap
it.
up. All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
See yous. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.